Hello everyone. So this is for UGC NET Women's Studies June 2026 paper analysis. And if we talk about the paper was moderately difficult, given that the past trend, the questions that I could see, and this is something that my assessment, I would say that it was heavily based on data. The data was there on the facts, the concepts were being asked, the factual questions were being asked this time. And but the difficulty level would be moderate. I wouldn't say that it was easy or it was too difficult for students. If you have studied and if you have studied specifically the syllabus wise, I think it should be very, very easy for you to solve majority of the questions given from your foundational knowledge. ठीक है, तो हम लोग यूनिट वाइज पेपर को एनालाइज करते हैं. द वेरी फर्स्ट इज लाइक ऑलवेज यूनिट 8 is like the majority of the questions every past year. If you just skim through all the past year papers, you will realize that unit 8 holds a very, very important part when it comes to women studies paper, that is women law and governance. It is lengthy and it is full of factual questions. So of course, the questions that were being asked from it were around 22 questions approx. Uh, Everything that you need to remember is from, like, if you look into this paper or if you would consider preparing it for the upcoming cohorts, please remember that any kind of constitutional amendments, the articles, fundamental rights, directive principles, fundamental duties, these all become very important when it comes to the unit 8 when you are preparing for it. Constitutional provisions, constitutional amendments, then we have sexual harassment at workplace. We have trafficking and prostitution, PCP and DT Act, Human Women Reservation Act, Muslim Women Factories Act. All these things, they have given the list of laws and everything, famous Supreme Court judgments. These all become very important. These are it is heavily based on the facts and something that if you know, you know, if you do not know, you do not know. So these are around 22 questions. Given this, होता ये है कि students जब factual questions देखते हैं और उनको लगता है कि okay, I do not know this, जो फंडामेंटल या जो कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी के क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, अगर प्रिपरेशन उतना स्ट्रांग नहीं हो तो वो उसमें भी they go wrong. So you need to at least do the bare minimum, like I know the questions will be, it will be coming. Obviously, the examiner will ask something that is not there in your syllabus or something that you would not expect. But it's very, very important that you make sure that you cover the entire, like the major parts of your syllabus, and also you practice the previous year paper. So all these questions that you are say that ye kahan se, it is all there in the previous year papers, and you need to keep revising it. You need to go and read more about it. ठीक है, तो unit 8 ही अगर बात करें तो there were around 22 questions again, and all these topics can be easily covered from your syllabus. ठीक है, this is nothing, ऐसा कुछ नहीं था कि बहुत ही difficult था. Chronologically based questions बहुत थे, match the following based questions. जो उनका पास्ट ट्रेंड है उन्होंने आई थिंक उन सब पास्ट ट्रेंड्स को ही फॉलो किया है. ठीक है, द नेक्स्ट इज वी हैव यूनिट 2. Again, unit 2 is one of the most important topic when it comes to the women's studies syllabus, which is feminist thinkers and theories. The every kind of feminism, liberal, eco-feminism, different kinds of writers that you are being expected to know, authors. This time, like one of your passage is from unit 2, the passage on feminism or theorizing. And this is, it becomes very important when you know the theories well, when you know the fundamentals easy, you can, it will be very easy for you to solve the question. So this is an added advantage because this topic again is very simple. All you need to do is learn that which feminism has what ideology and who are the important feminist writers or feminist thinkers associated with those particular feminist theories. So, and what are their important books or important write-ups, and then you can, I think you will be good to go. You can easily solve those questions. So there were around 14 questions that we have seen from this particular unit. This is again one of the most important topic, holding a high weightage, important questions coming for women's studies. Then equally, we have feminist research methodology. Okay? Feminist research methodology, which is unit 10. This is again equally important topic for your women's studies paper. And we see that there are around 14 questions that have been asked from this particular topic. Again, very basic, different kinds of methodologies, epistemology क्या है, research process क्या है, methodology क्या है, ethnography क्या है, social research, definition, anything and everything that was being covered. You, if you have studied this topic well, I think this unit 2 and unit 10 would have given you a great boost in your paper scoring marks, because this was all very fundamental, very, very fundamental. You cannot go wrong here. If you know the your syllabus well, you will be able to answer these questions. Okay, even from unit 8 also, there were many questions which was pretty simple as I saw the papers, and for students who have studied well, who have done their homework, they have solved the previous year papers. I think 22 plus 14 plus 14 questions would have helped students. Like, I'm sure they must be in a very good position to score like some really good scores. उनसे आप expect कर सकते हो. One of the important topic this time was women and health, and we saw there were around 10 questions. The reason being, the recently report 6 NFHS 6 report was being published, जिसके वजह से उन्होंने NHS 5 से related या previous report से उन्होंने बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस पूछे हैं इस बार. ठीक है. एंड दिस इज वेयर योर करंट अफेयर्स कम इनटू प्ले. आई कीप टेलिंग यू in the classes, or I keep repeating it in the classes, that current affairs जो होते हैं वो dynamic part हो जाते हैं. So it is everything that, like, if it is there in the news, please go and read the fundamental or the conceptual part of it, because high chances कि question उससे आने वाले हैं. और the moment we saw NFHS, it was being expected कि NFHS 5 से डेटास और इस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक से डेटा ड्रिवन क्वेश्चंस बहुत ज़्यादा थे. अगेन वही बात होती है कि अगर आपके प्रिपरेशंस उतने स्ट्रांग नहीं होंगे तो आप इन सारे क्वेश्चंस को देख के वो कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट करता है. अगर आप प्रिपरेशन स्ट्रांग है तो इवन इफ यू हैव दैट space that okay, I can go wrong in these places, or I can go wrong here, so of course you will be in a good position. So this is how the paper works. It was totally data driven, if you ask me. बहुत सारे questions थे, and it could be कि बहुत सारे students को नहीं भी आता हो यहाँ से, because बहुत ही minute data था, but still the question was being asked. ठीक है. The next topic that we have is women work and employment. There were around अच्छा, जो प्रीवियस टॉपिक था यूनिट 10 से, इसमें बहुत सारे स्कीम्स पूछे थे जो स्टूडेंट्स मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द टाइम इग्नोर करते हैं, जैसे प्रधानमंत्री मातृ वंदना योजना और जननी सुरक्षा योजना. ये सारी जो स्कीम है वो है women health में कवर होता है, the institutional deliveries or the cash benefit, cash incentives for pregnant women and lactating mothers, so on and so forth. So please don't skip those schemes. If you are preparing it for the next time, maybe it was your first or a second attempt, you feel you need to improve your scores, please and please do not skip on those basic schemes, क्योंकि उससे बहुत ज़्यादा questions आते हैं, specifically chronologically arrange करने में, year data or match the columns, ये सारी चीज़ें. ठीक है. The next we have is Unit 4, Women, Work and Employment. Simple, basic, conceptual, what is feminization of work, Factory Act. Then they are been asking you about PLFS जो है, पीरियोडिक लेबर फोर्स सर्वे, उनसे उन्होंने काफी सारा क्वेश्चंस पूछा, एक दो क्वेश्चंस उससे भी आए हैं. देन सम बुक्स आर बीन आस्क्ड फ्रॉम इट. तो ये सारी अगर एक देखे हो तो इफ यू नो योर टॉपिक, इफ यू नो योर प्लेस, आई थिंक you could easily answer that. मतलब ऐसा कुछ नहीं था that it was way too difficult. So there were around 9 questions that were being asked from this particular topic. The next was Introduction to Women Studies. The very one question was the national conferences, the 4 national conferences, and the first one SNDT Mumbai. So if you know SNDT Mumbai, you could have easily solved that question, and there were other questions as well. So there were around 7 questions being asked from Unit 1. Then we have Unit 5, Gender and Entrepreneurship. Again, it was more on the conceptual clarity. What is gender mainstreaming, gender analysis framework? I think there was this one question where they have asked which is the first gender analysis framework. That was the Harvard Analytical Framework. क्या होता है, क्यों होता है, who gave it? I think these are the 4, 5 analysis framework that we have to learn from it. Uh, then we have self-help groups, women-focused schemes or entrepreneurship, gender analytical framework, women in science, technology. All these are pretty simple and they are conceptual based. Next, we have there were around 7 questions again from this particular topic. Then again, we have Unit 7, which is empowerment and development. SDG, girl child observance, WID, GAD, government policies, interventions, all these are very conceptual based. There is nothing like if you know, you know. WID, GAD are completely factual questions, right? That is there. So if you have studied well your syllabus, I think you would have like easily solved those questions. Unit 9, Gender and Media. It was commonly sense, like you can just use your common sense and solve these questions. Cyber safety for women, Indecent Representation of Women Act 1986, women and folk art. They have given like 4 different kinds of art and the women who were associated with it. Then there were I think they asked about the martial culture of Kerala, Kalari Pattu, something like that was there. Women artists, different Madhubani painting and other kinds of artwork were being asked from this particular topic and the women who were associated with that. So again, this was a easy space where students must have not faced too much of a challenge. And the simplest is Gender and Education, in which female literacy, education policy committee, education chronology, higher education among women, vocational training. I think Navya's scheme was being asked that what is the basic education that is being required for that, and I think that was 10th pass, something so on and so forth. So all these questions. कुछ चीजें जो तो ये जो बेसिक ट्रेंड है ना आई थिंक आपको यही फॉलो करना दैट यूनिट 8 इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक देन वी हैव यूनिट 2 यूनिट 10 यूनिट 1 which is holding a equal similar kind of importance उस पे जाओगे तो फिर empowerment या entrepreneurship डेवलपमेंट WID GAD ये एक ब्रैकेट में आ जाता है वर्क ये एक आ जाता है वर्क एडुकेशन जेंडर एंड मीडिया ये सारी चीजें एक ब्रैकेट में आप कर सकते हो तो यू कैन ऑलवेज सेग्रीगेट योर टॉपिक्स एंड गिव मोर इम्पोर्टेंस टू ऑल दोज टॉपिक्स जैसे ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं ठीक है सो दिस इज द होलिस्टिक paper analysis for this particular time. It was not, again, I would repeat, it was neither very difficult nor very easy. If you have studied well, I think you will be able to score really good. ठीक है कट ऑफ की बात करें कि कट ऑफ क्या होना चाहिए तो given the past trend, this is just an estimate which I am assessing right now. So for the JRF, for the general category, somewhere around 226 to around 240. Last year, it was in the previous cohort, it was something 248, जहाँ पे cut off जाके close हुआ था. But this time, we are just keeping that margin of plus minus everything. So it is 226 to around 240. You can expect a good JRF cutoff. For assistant professor, 202 to 218, and for PhD only 172 to 184. Likewise, it is for OBC, EWS, SC and ST. ठीक है आप अपना कट ऑफ देख लो प्रीवियस ट्रेंड देख लो आपकी जो एक्सपेक्टेड स्कोर हैं आप वो देख लो and I think you will have some basic idea that which category are you like going to fall upon, like whether it's a JRF assistant professor or the PhD only. And likewise, I would suggest that you start with your preparation for the next cohort without wasting much of your time. तो एक बेसिक, दिस इज फॉर द जनरल कैटेगरी कि इफ यू हैव like a score 240 plus, just be sure that JRF is very very strong for you. It is, if it is between somewhere around 230 to 239, JRF is strong. I wouldn't say that like हो ही जाएगा because number of seats एक या दो students qualify करते हैं, but then you can still be hopeful about it. If it is around 220 to 229, assistant professor is very strong, but JRF is possible because sometimes uh, in the past trends, the JRF have closed somewhere around 228 as well. ठीक है, 228, 226 पे क्लोज हुआ था, आई गेस जिस मैंने जिस ईयर क्वालिफाई किया था, इट वाज 226 224 समथिंग लाइक दैट. 222 was the AP, like the assistant professor. So yeah, we cannot expect anything. The next is 210 to 219 AP. Again, JRF is little less chances because JRF की अगर बात करें तो it is, if anything, it will be about 225. JRF के scores अगर 225 हैं, then only we can at least keep some bleak chances that हाँ JRF है. Otherwise, AP is very strong. 200 to 209, AP is borderline. 185 to 199, PhD is strong. And 178, 184, PhD borderline, which is good. 172 to 177, it's risky. And below 172, a little difficult. Okay? But please and please do not lose hope. My suggestion would be ki, this is for general category. Then we have for other different categories, EWS, OBC, SC, ST, उनके लिए अलग आपके expected score से होगा. One thing, it will also depend upon the paper one. How was your paper one? Then also the number of seats that are available, different kinds of assessment. There are several different factors that has been involved while at the time of the declaration of these cutoffs. ठीक है? Without wasting much of your time, please start your preparation because we are already in the mid of August and the examination are likely to be held somewhere around December, last of December, or maybe in the midweek of December. So please do not waste much of your time. Start with your preparation. Paper one, please do not ignore, specifically the maths, specifically those logical reasoning questions, the current affairs, all those part, the factual research methodology, teaching method, all these parts of it. And if you are for paper two, women's studies, download your syllabus and work accordingly. Okay. We do have I will be starting my batch after the declaration, a week after the declaration of UGC NET result. So if you are interested and you would like to join the batch, please contact on this particular number. The number given is here. You can just directly reach out and we will guide you through the same. My batch will start just a week after the declaration of UGC NET result. Okay. So if you want to take some guidance, you would like me to mentor you, you're most welcome. If not, otherwise, if you feel, please download your syllabus and start preparing well. Okay? This is all. If you have any other questions, we have a WhatsApp group. You can just reach out on this number and we will add you to our WhatsApp group. We have a specific group for women's studies. So all those of you, and I just keep sharing about the latest updates or everything. There's a discussions. There are students like discussing about the recent trends, everything that has been happening around, and so on and so forth. So if you would like to join that group as well, you can just reach out on this particular number and we will add you to the group. If you would like to enroll for the particular women's studies course, you can again reach out on this number and the registration, we will guide you for the registration process. Okay? I wish you all the very best for your upcoming journey in women's studies. Okay? All the best. Thank you so much.